Hi, my name is Sifu Benson Lee. We teach Eagle Claw Kung Fu, which is a unique style of Chinese martial arts. Eagle Claw has a unique hand technique called Ying Jiao, which we use in addition to punching and striking and kicking an opponent. We incorporate a hand technique to control and seize an opponent's arm as we strike them back. Today we're going to teach you the two basic beginner Eagle Claw exercises. First, let me introduce and bring out Sifu Tav Bayerhoff, who will assist me in demonstrating. In Eagle Claw, when we grab, we don't just grab and pinch or lightly grab an opponent. We make a claw and we grab the joints and we actually squeeze. We're using our fingers and we catch the wrist or the elbow, and we're using this to control the opponent's arm with the pull, and we also use it to control the opponent's arm as we strike, which is called Jiao Da. When we strike, we primarily strike pressure points on the head, and also we attack the throat when using Eagle Claw. First, we're going to teach you how to form the Eagle Claw hand. Okay, you're going to start off with the four fingers together and the thumb out. The four fingers will curl so that you have a gap where you can at least place one finger between the four fingers. You're going to bend the thumb towards your middle and your ring finger, and you should have two-finger gap between your fingertips. Okay, the claw is going to be taunt in the fingers and in the thumb. And also, if you turn it sideways, the skin here around your thumb is going to be taut, so not closed in or not stretched out. By stretching it out, you create power in both the four fingers and in the thumb. Okay, the top of the palm or the back of the palm should be flush with your wrist forearm. Okay, so the claw should stay the same whether we are doing what we call a hanging claw, okay, or if we're going to twist, or we're going to turn. Throughout that whole time, the back of the palm is flush with your wrist. So as we turn, the claw rotates, the whole arm rotates, but the claw wrist does not change. It stays connected to the wrist. The claw stays connected to the wrist. As we turn to rotate the claw, we're actually doing a twisting motion of someone's arm. Okay, once you understand how to form the claw, then we're going to practice developing the strength in the claw by opening and closing, and develop power in the fingers and in the thumb. So you're going to start off with the four fingers open together and wide with the thumb out, and you're going to squeeze. So you open and close. So slowly opening and closing and squeezing. So it's important to put the power in the fingers and in the thumb. And then once you kind of start to feel that, then you're going to want to pick up the speed and you're going to open and close rapidly. Okay, good. So then when you make the claw, the power has to be in these four fingers where if I pull, there's resistance. Same thing with the thumb. If I pull the thumb, okay, it's not going to move. So you're exercising power in the four fingers and in the thumb as you're, again, opening and closing quickly. Okay, and then when you're done, you just relax and shake the arms, shake the hands out a little bit so you help keep the blood circulating. It's important for general chi flow. Next, we're going to teach you the two basic Eagle Claw exercises called hanging claw and circle claw. Okay, so Tav is going to make a fist from a chamber position, and we're going to show you the first one, which is a hanging claw. So you're going to open a hand and make a circle, and then create a hanging claw. Okay, it's called hanging claw mainly because the claw is just hanging down at the end of the arm. Okay, but first you're going to create the arm motion by opening the palm, and you're going to do a soft circular motion, and it goes slightly to the side of the body. It doesn't come straight in, otherwise you hit your chest. The palm actually goes slightly to the side of the body and loops in a circular motion going forward. Okay, and you're going to extend out like you're going to shake someone's hand. That's kind of the motion. And now as you're coming forward, you're going to open the thumb. And at the end, you're going to create the clawing action and squeeze the fingers. So the hand is relaxed when you're making the circle. Okay, you notice also the elbow is pretty steady, does not move the whole arm. We're actually rotating from the forearm forward. Okay, as you go back also, the palm is connected to the wrist. Okay, pause, and it stays straight. Again, you're not going back and you're curling or bending your wrist. You keep the palm lined up with the wrist and the forearm, and you make this circle, and then you create the claw at the end. It's called a hanging claw. Okay, we'll turn to the front and do the hanging claw again. Both hands, right hand. Again, like you're going to shake someone's hand, you reach out and you claw at the end. Okay, and then just switch to the left hand so you can see the left side. Same thing, everything is just reversed to be on the opposite side. All right, good. Next, we'll face back this way. We're going to do the second one, which is a circle claw. So from your elephant stance, arrow stance with the fist out, you're going to open the palm out. And then you're going to circle inside and turn your arm over to create another claw. But notice this time the fingers are up, whereas before it was hanging down. All right, so the circle action again. So you're going to open the hand out, draw a circle inside, turn the arm over, and make a claw. All right, now it's important that again, the back of the palm is flush with your wrist and forearm. And again, the fingers are up so that the whole of the claw is actually horizontal. Okay, so again, circle, and then circle. Good. Let's turn front, and we can see a front view of the same circle claw action. Good, and then we'll show the left hand. Okay, and we'll go back to hanging claw from the side view top. Okay, so again, repeating the hanging claw. A couple of key points. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the palm is straight and lined up with the forearm, but it's also important not to snap the elbow when you're circling. And when you extend out, it's a relaxed motion and just putting the power right here, you know, where the claw is at in your grip. So don't really pop the elbow or snap the elbow. The elbow is relaxed and you just reach out and create the claw hanging. And again, put all the power in the gripping action and in the fingers. Okay, and then turn to the side, come to the front. Okay, and then same thing, hanging claw. Okay, again, the elbow stays steady. The palm is relaxed as you come in and make the circle. And you open the hand and keep the thumb out and you create the claw at the very end. And you're reaching down. Okay, good. Let's go to circle claw. Okay, when you open the hand and make a circle, you want to remember you want to open out and bring the thumb out. So as you open out, bring the thumb out, and you draw a circle. And then you create the claw. Okay, now there is a slight outside action. You're actually going to make a circle, and when you create the claw, it goes towards the outside. Good. And the other hand. And then one last thing about the elbow, it should be, again, not locked, but relaxed. So there's a little flex in the elbow when you turn the arm over. And the reason being is a circle claw is to practice, from an arrow stance, the circle action to pull back. Make the circle claw and pulling back. All right, so it is a circle action to grab and to pull straight back. Is the practicing of the circle claw. Okay, and then the hanging claw is catching to lift up and rotate. Rotate back. Yep. Clawing and lift up and rotate. And slowly. All right. So it's going to slowly catch, rotate, pull up overhead, and place the fist down. Right, so the hanging claw will be used for a lift up action, and the circle claw will be used for a pull back action. Next, we're going to show you the hanging claw action in coordination with a strike or a punch in the full exercise. So we're going to review the hanging claw again. So put your right hand out a fist. So again, to make the claw, the fist will open and you draw a circle down and out and up. And you continue to make the circle action to place the claw at the end. Again, you want to keep the elbow relaxed and only put the power in the claw and the grab. Okay, now once you execute the hanging claw, we're going to add a strike, which is just a straight punch. You're going to pull the claw up and rotate and start a punch out and then follow through into a side stance, arrow stance, and extend the punch. So go back to the horse, right hand out. Again, you're going to make the hanging claw. Then you're going to pull and rotate and punch out and twist to an arrow stance. And again. Good. One more time. So it's important to, again, put the power in the fingers. When you pull, more relaxed. Don't have to be really a hard pull. Just get the motion. Again. Good. And then right from there, you're going to continue and do the left side. So it's the exact opposite on the left side. And once you shift, then you go back to the right hand claw. And then you go to the left hand claw. And again. And then once you're comfortable with doing the basic claw slowly and clearly, making sure you're catching and pulling properly, and shifting and striking with a straight punch, then you can increase the speed and just catch and pull. And then focus on the pulling and the punch and use a little more speed and a little more power. All right. Okay, next we're going to show you the second basic claw exercise, which is circle claw. So put the right hand out of fist. So again, circle claw, you're going to open the palm out and you're going to draw a circle inside. Create the claw, squeeze the fingers, and again, the arm is turned over, elbow is not locked, and the whole of the claw should be forward. So again, you open the hand out, draw a circle, and again. Okay, now we're going to add the strike, just like earlier with hanging claw, we're going to add a straight punch and pulling the claw up towards the ear, because this circle claw is pulling straight back. And you're going to tuck the claw back behind your ear, okay, and close to the body. So it's not going to be out, it's going to be close to the body. And the reason being is it's really for the follow-through of the whole shoulder and back muscles, the extension going backwards with the claw and going forward with the punch. When you actually are grabbing and pulling, you're actually going to hold the person's arm out, but for the exercise purpose, and to create the speed and the power, you're actually going to pull straight back and tuck it behind your head near your ear. Okay, then you're going to place the hand down and open the left hand, and you do the same thing, and now you're going to shift and pull and punch to the other side, pulling the claw back and extending the right punch. And again, here you can see on this side, the whole back, shoulder, and arms are lined up. And again. So again, you pull back and then you place the fist down and you open the hand to create the claw and then pull back. Okay, so as you're practicing slow, you're going to do it at this pace and you're going to make sure it's clear and creating the claw. All right, and then when you actually go fast, okay, claw and hold it. Oh, go back slow. Okay, going slow, we pause here to create the claw. When you actually are using it, okay, punch. When you go fast, you're actually not going to stop there. You're going to close the claw and pull and punch at the same time. All right, good. Okay. Okay, so these are the two basic claws, hanging claw and circle claw. You practice it slow first. Make sure your position is correct and the formation of the claw is correct, and that you're clear and you know how the arms are moving, how the legs are moving. and then you pick up the speed and you practice more with speed and power. Ideally, you want to develop speed and power in your fingers and in your strike and your stance. So you want to do sets of 20 or 30 at a time. And then obviously when you're done, it's important in Eagle Claws that we shake our hands, okay, to have the blood chi flow continue through all the fingers, because you really were working the gripping action and in the palm a lot if you're doing sets of 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. Eagle Claw Kung Fu's hanging claw and circle claw training is to develop your quickness and speed in applying a claw, and also in developing the power in your claw and in your wrist for twisting and pulling the opponent's arm. So the hanging claw action should be smooth and relaxed, so that you apply the claw at the end. This motion should not have any tension. Any kind of tension can inhibit the speed of your hand shooting out to claw. So this circular motion needs to be relaxed and smooth, using the soft, hard power of Kung Fu, where you're moving and it's smooth, and then you execute the power at the end when you apply the claw. Okay. So in Eagle Claw, we can either grab quickly while the arm is stationary or not moving, or if they're striking, we're going to block and then we claw. So if the person's arm is just stationary, you can quickly grab. So after you grab and you apply the claw, again, we don't want to execute the closing of the claw until we actually make contact. So not up here, but actually when you make contact with the person's arm and wrist, then you claw. Once you create the claw, there's a twisting action of turning the person's arm and wrist, and that's where you have your hanging claw action. So from here, it actually twists. So from here, once I block and grab, I will twist the opponent's arm. Okay, so the hanging claw action is for twisting down. In this case, it is clockwise twisting motion. If it's the left hand, it's actually going to be twisting on a counterclockwise motion. Okay, back to the right hand. After I twist down, and there's your hanging claw again, that action of pulling up and back, or pulling up and in, okay, I'm pulling up and in, this motion actually then turns and rotates his arm, and the claw actually starts turning counterclockwise. So you have a clockwise wrist power development, and then you have a counterclockwise wrist power development. Also, there is a pulling action. So after I catch, I can pull, or I can pull up and out, and that's where the circle claw action comes in after we make the claw and we pull. So we're clawing and pulling. So the circle claw action is pulling in, and the hanging claw action is also twisting and lifting and pulling in. In closing and in summary, the Eagle Claw system again uses the Eagle Claw Ying Jiao in combination with punching and striking or kicking an opponent. So when the opponent is on guard or they're about to strike you, when we want to grab someone, we're actually, again, not just meekly grabbing someone, that we quickly grab with speed and firmness, and we also apply pressure on the claw on the arm. So we can block and catch the wrist, catch the elbow, and we actually try to pull opponent off balance. We can lift up to strike underneath. We can pull down to hit up. Okay, we can step in and trap and hit closer, step in closer. We can pull out to the side and sidestep and expose the back more to strike towards the back. So in Eagle Claw, again, we always don't want to we don't always just reach out and grab the arm, because obviously sometimes the opponent is striking. So if they're striking, we're going to block, then we grab. Okay, so it's always important to block, then we grab. So as soon as we block and grab, we're actually going to pull and hit, or pull and grab with the other hand and hit with the backhand. So that is the core technique of Eagle Claw, using claws to catch the opponent's arm, to control the arm, either to push or pull or twist, to lock them and put them off, pull them off balance. Thank you for watching.